52-year-old oral hairy leukoplakia, chest X-ray, interstitial infiltrate, striptease. What is your answer? Pneumocystis corneae pneumonia. In HIV, seborrheic dermatitis is very specific lesion compared to oral hairy leukoplakia. Between the two, both of them are seen in HIV only. But seborrheic dermatitis, of course, it is also seen in Parkinsonism patients also. We find seborrheic dermatitis, not only in HIV. And it is also seen as a cradle crap in the newborn babies also. They need not have HIV. But if you take specificity of the lesion detectable very easily in a HIV positive means the seborrheic dermatitis is relatively more. That's what I like to tell. In neurogenic shock, is it the dopamine or norepinephrine? What is your choice? Yes, one loud answer please. You like to put it as norepinephrine, I know? But the point is, what is neurogenic shock? Normally it is the sympathetic nervous system which lead to development of the vasoconstriction. In neurogenic shock, suddenly there is a loss of that will make the vascular tone of the vessels gone, and that lead to vasodilatation and a shock will develop. Generally fill with fluids and give dopamine is the first choice. If they are dopamine unresponsive, then you give norepinephrine. So by that merit I like to consider dopamine as a possible answer for this question, but if you answered norepinephrine, no heartbreak about it. Probably that would have been in the examiner's real key. Now let's go to the next question. Dendritic ulcer with herpes. Many times questions came about herpes in ophthalmology. Nearly around a good number came. So dendritic ulcer, there is a loss of the corneal sensation. 3 bony point relation and supracondylar fracture of the humerus. Many times we discussed this. Thyroid Hürthl cells is Hashimoto's thyroiditis, as all of you know very well, which is a beta 2 agonist which is long acting, which you can use for nocturnal asthma. Salmeterol is the one which is very long acting. And please remember, doctor, there are nearly around 7 questions about asthmatic drugs in the high yield topic scanner asked in the past 30 years. Definitely one question comes on asthma. Baby friendly health initiative, what does it say? It is not every 4 hours. Breastfeeding on demand. On demand is the rule always. Then what are the other things? Initiate breastfeeding within 1 hour of normal delivery and 4 hours following cesarean. Encourage breastfeeding on demand. No advertisement of the what you call baby feeds. So they're all the recommendations. So what is the recommendation for entrance? Read on demand. Not 2 hours, 3 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, doesn't matter. Read on demand. The moment you are anxious that I have to win the entrance, read. Like a breastfeeding healthy initiative, you should be quite sure. Now, full thickness versus partial thickness. Was it an old topic or not? You agree? Many questions were asked on grafting. If you go to the high yield scanner, there are distinctly around 7 questions on the grafting, skin grafting asked in the high yield topic list. So it is a rewarding experience to be mastered on that. Upper eyelid, nasolabial fold, preauricular, postauricular and supraclavicular fossa is the places where you take the full thickness graft, whereas the thigh is the area from where you take partial thickness graft is what need to be remembered. In hemorrhage, you don't wait until hypotension occur before substituting fluids. Why examiner will give this kind of questions? To know whether any criminal tendency is there in you. Before you are given a MD seat, that is the whole idea. This question everybody would have answered. Anybody answered wrong, please raise the hand. We will give a free coaching for the next year. So this question invariably is answered correctly by every student, take it granted. One question on sexually transmitted diseases. Every time we used to say gonococcus, syphilis, chancroid, LGV, herpes. Without that there is no paper at all. So it is not caused by Leishmania donovani. At least examiner, this is another question I think everybody should answer correctly if you have rightly got seat in MBBS. Because at that level only we read what Leishmania Donovani can ever cause. So that is the whole idea. But what are the kind of lesions called as beefy red? Beefy red is the typical kind of a lesion. Oh, captopril not given in pregnancy. This would have been asked some 40-50 times in past exams. So this also, so 190, 2 marks is the minimum score. So captopril question, har ek ko milega answer, I mean, and that fluid question. Now presence of amylase in the pleural fluid. Pleural effusion is a favorite topic, doctor. What are exudates, transudates, what are the Bell's criteria, Light's criteria? Many times we discussed about pleural effusion, if you remember. So malignancy is associated with a rise of the amyloid, amylase in the pleural fluid is all of you know very well. How here comes a proper Dr. Bharadwaj kind of a question. JVP. So JVP is one topic, doctor, you have to be 200% right. What is A wave because of? In the last 1/3 when the ventricle is getting diastolic filling, that time atria will wake up and contract and fill it. First 2/3 of ventricle diastole, will atria contribute? It will not contribute. So during that last 1/3 when the atria wake up and wanted to pump the blood into the ventricle, if there is a complete heart block, what will be there? The valves are in a closed position, complete heart block may. So atria will be contracting in a wrong time, it will be waking up in a wrong time and kicking the blood against a closed valve, that lead to Cannon A waves on the JVP, which is typically seen with the complete heart block. Is this question there? Is there or not there? So 2 times examiner is asking erythema nodosum, is it there or not? Not there, na? That's I know. Because what we used to do while recollecting paper, the similar things we used to do. Too many mistakes are being discovered means we used to say 4-5 times the same right questions as being repeated. Actually they were asked only once. So this we will cancel. Now GFR, based on that how do you grade CRF? If the CRF is 50 to 89, it is called as stage 2 according to the Doki's guidelines, that is International Association for the Dialysis and Nephrology. Now in renal osteodystrophy, was hypo was given or hyperphosphatemia was given? Hypo was given, it is not seen. What you see is hyperphosphatemia. Why? Renal osteodystrophy is a state of secondary hyperparathyroidism, right? This is a good question. What is the difference between primary hyperparathyroidism and secondary hyperparathyroidism? What will parathormone will do to the phosphate excretion by the kidney? Will it increase or decrease? There is a phosphate urea because of the parathormone and retention of calcium, right? So in primary hyperparathyroidism what will happen? Excess parathormone produced by the parathyroid adenoma will cause excess loss of phosphate into the urine and retention of calcium, leading to rise of calcium and fall of phosphate. That is which situation? In case of primary hyperparathyroidism. Whereas in secondary hyperparathyroidism, in renal failure, what stimulates parathormone release? Renal failure lead to hyperphosphatemia, hyperphosphatemia stimulates the parathormone, parathormone in turn will cause phosphaturia and it will bring down the hyperphosphatemia into normal or a hypophosphatemic range, I mean rather normal range between hyper and normal. So that is how the hypo becomes the odd man out here. Renal vein thrombosis, typically seen with trauma, dehydration and renal cell invading vein. Probably the only question where all of the above is the right answer of the entire paper, right? So this is how the renal vein thrombosis is what, where is it located? A thrombus clearly delineated is what you can typically see. In rubella we see PDA, deafness, cataract, all of them are very well known findings. Russell's bodies are the intranuclear bodies which are eosinophilic, homogeneous in multiple myeloma, as all of you know. Ethambutol is a battery static drug, because what is the mechanism of ethambutol, doctor? It will disrupt the arabinogalactone synthesis, and that's how it is static, not sidal. Then acaloclous cholecystitis, what was the, I got 5 options from our students. What is not there? D, option D, prolonged immobilization is not there, right? अगर वो निकाल दिए तो TPN में we see, after aneurysm repair also we see, abdominal aortic aneurysm, burns also we see. I am not sure about nephrectomy, do we see it or not? Is there any literature to say following nephrectomy was there in the options? So mostly that would have been in the examiner's mind. So is the nephrectomy there in that? That's good. Wonderful, doctor, wonderful. So then this is a repeat of our earlier question, I believe. Then where do we see Harter shakes? This question, Mercuria lentis and Harter shake of mercury poisoning, acrodynamism, etc., everything you know very well. Typically, craniospinal irradiation is associated with which tumor, doctor? Where do we do that? In medulloblastomas. Craniospinal irradiation is done. This is also a repeat question. This is a good question. ARDS में was hypercapnia was there in the options? D? Question is about all except. Very good. Agreed. I remember that like that. What was option D? D was hypercapnia. Okay, I mean, what was the missing option in your recall? Tachypnea, you mean to say. That will also be found. Now, let us debate about this. Respiratory failure is of 2 types, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 or type 2 mein what is common thing? Hypoxemia. But what is the difference? Normocapnia with hypoxemia is seen in type 1, hypercapnia with hypoxia in type 2. In pulmonary edema, whether cardiogenic or non-cardiogenic, what do you expect? Type 1 respiratory failure, where you don't find hypercapnia, only hypoxemia. That merits option B, hypercapnia, as except about ARDS. But once more, there are good number of cases of ARDS we see regular practice where patients will have hypercapnia on the ABG. I mean, because a good number of times patients will have many. What causes type 2 respiratory failure basically? Can you guess? Any obstruction to the respiratory pathway. So practice, in clinical practice, this is not a big deal. But for entrance, yes, hypercapnia too. If you put a Solomon knife on the neck and ask you what is the correct answer.